So all right, should be live now. Welcome in, people.
Test.
A little bit of a delay in there.
Oh, sounds like I'm pretty silent.
Wait, I can make you louder here. Should be better now.
Should be better now, should be better now.
All right. Welcome in, people. First
Yeah,
AMA. Yeah, perfect. First AMA again after we've been to Switzerland, I guess. How have you all been doing, Chris? I guess we are doing fine. I guess was very long nights we had there in Switzerland, long drive, of course, but was very awesome over there, I have to tell you. Very awesome. How have you been doing, Chris, so far? Have been like 3 days, 4 days without an AMA, I guess. It should be all right. We got some nice YouTube videos which dropped in from Stuff Ross. Planned them out. So just click on them, yeah, watch them, maybe leave a comment. Helps a lot in the future. Also watched some of them back. Was hard because in Switzerland, actually, because it's not in the EU, sorry, EU, we didn't have internet there, which was quite annoying, yeah. So I couldn't keep up with the chat or something, yeah. But I guess from what I've seen, you did all perfectly fine. So now let me see. Just opening all the chats on the side. Where is the YouTube one? About to drive home 8 hours. Wow, 8 hours is quite a long drive. Ui, ui, ui. 8 hours is a long drive, honestly. All right. Where's the best place to comment for interaction, YouTube or Telegram? When I asked for you guys to comment, best way would be if you go to the YouTube video directly of the influencer which dropped it, and then just leave a comment there. Just helps with the overall engagement, yeah. And as you all see, we're slowly stacking up on YouTube videos, yeah, step by step. And of course, we want to have the highest engagement there. Great to have you back. Yeah, it's nice to be back, yeah. But I have to say, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun we had in Switzerland. Very, very nice talks there, nice presentations there. Got quite a lot of people interested there, so it was great. Yeah, it's great. And then, of course, we will go again to Switzerland. But then we will have one-on-ones with the people which have been interested, because there were quite a few. But then again, of course, these are people which want to check the things. Woohoo, our team is back. I mean for the AMA to connect. So for the AMA, easiest would be YouTube, but I have both chats open. But if you are commenting in the Telegram, it might be the best to just tag one of us there. But I guess in YouTube it is the easiest way, because then again, if you drop a comment in the YouTube video, the people see it in the recording, because also the chat gets recorded. So better stick to YouTube. YouTube chat, Scott. YouTube chat might be better. All right. So, for Switzerland, we dropped quite a few photos. I guess also videos have been there from the events. It was kind of a doxing for AJ and me, I guess. So as you can see, we have nothing to hide. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Welcome home. Yeah, thank you. As I said before, it was very, very interesting. But then, of course, as I always say, at the time in Switzerland, since we didn't have no internet available all the time, I did miss the AMAs. Yeah, it's just great to have the AMAs with all of you. Yeah, it's just missing somehow, right? But it was nice. We will talk a little bit about the events, yeah. Some people who we talked to, about Zug itself. And alright, just keeping up with the chat. Give me a second. Like live AMA in YouTube. Alright. So I guess the first thing we can talk about, yeah, for today, is the event itself, or better, the events itself. What have we done there? What was the purpose of us going there? Yeah. That's a lot of social immersion. Glad to have you guys. Yes. So for the events themselves, I can tell you they have been great. Yeah, very great. We had the presentations, but then again, we had a lot of talks with the people themselves. Yeah, a lot of one-on-ones with some people. The net worth at the events was insane. I can tell you this from the people which attended. Next steps from the event themselves. So basically, just starting from the beginning, yeah, might be easier. Yeah.
Will be better, yes.
So starting from the beginning, we had the event in the bar 11 it's called. Was quite full. Yeah, the bar was quite full. Packed the presentation, of course, with a lot of information. Then we had a lot of questions ongoing. But I can tell you these are different questions. Yeah, these are not the questions you would expect to have in the crypto space. These are, of course, traditional investors. Yeah, people with background in finance and all of this. So quite a lot of information. Or questions, very interesting questions, of course. As usual, no problem to answer anything. Yeah. Just keep in mind, some of these people have never touched crypto before or have no experience with crypto overall. So, of course, basically for them, it is kind of a startup, yeah, in which they would like to invest in. Yeah, so
Well,
of course they are doing a whole different vetting process. They're asking a lot different questions. Yeah, for example, ROI, what is the return on my investment? Yeah, and they are thinking in different time frames. Yeah, this is like 1 year, 2 years, 5 years upwards. Yeah, these are the time frames they are thinking of, and also of course the time frames we intend. Yeah, we are a long-term project. Any difficult? Honestly, no. No, from the question side, because basically, it doesn't matter the question. We know our business perfectly fine. Yeah, doesn't matter from which side. So no, not really any very difficult questions. Of course, you need to explain everything in a way that everyone can understand it. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if the person is from crypto or if this person is from finance, for example. You need to explain it in a way that everyone can understand it. It was cool seeing some snippets from Mowgli. Yes, I sure think so. Yeah. Of course, we try to somehow bring the event to you, so you can see what we've been doing there. And thanks, Mowgli. Yeah, definitely say thank you, Mowgli. Yeah, they all did a great job. Like our Swiss people over there, they did an amazing job. I can tell you, very amazing. Then again, you because some people thought the cars are fake. Yeah, no, these are real cars. Yeah, which they have with our logo there, driving around in Zug, which is quite interesting. Yeah. But then again, of course, a lot of people have been attending. Yeah, for example, I can tell a little bit about something of a one-on-one AJ and me had with a investor, so he could not attend the presentation itself. But of course, he wanted to have a little talk with us. Yeah, it was like 5 minutes to 10 minutes maximum, just giving him a quick impression of everything. He liked the product. Yeah, most of the people liked the product we presented there. And he asked for another, yeah, let's say 2-on-1 meeting. So AJ and me meeting up with him and his financial advisor, so we can think of a possible investment there next time. Yeah, these are the things we have been interested in this event. I hope you guys had fun. Definitely, I can tell you. Yeah.
I'm still quite tired. To be honest, because like we were chatting constantly for 3 days. In the morning, in the evening, we will talk about this later, but we had the meetings regarding the business, we had the meeting regarding investors, we had meetings with the presentations. We talked a lot to each other, then a lot of driving, then some funny but cute Airbnb, you know. It was disastrous. It was exhausting, but it was worth it. I somewhere lost the ability to speak English. 3 o'clock in the morning in the bar, somehow was just gibberish, and my English isn't fully back.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some long nights, I can tell you guys. Yeah, just constantly, of course, in between having some fun, but then again, talking about the business constantly, because people just asked a lot of different questions. Yeah, a lot of different people asking different questions at different times, but it was quite fun. But that happens to me, and I'm from America.
Yeah. Yeah, the talks were great because, as Buka said in before, these are, you have to imagine Zug itself in Switzerland is a business hub. Yeah, when you drive first time into the town, so it's a state in the town in Switzerland. But if you drive first time into the town, there's this big billboard says only in Zug there live 127 nationalities, and that you can tell. So Switzerland has three main languages: German, Italian, and French. But then again, all of these are talked in Zug, because it's, strictly speaking, it's the German part of Switzerland, so the people should be talking German. But then again, they speak English everywhere, and Swiss German, and you had to switch in between sentences, the languages and stuff like this. And Zug has them many nationalities because it's a hub for companies, like London is, like Frankfurt is, you know. And so all the people that attended there are not just normal workers, but most likely all of them had their own business or were in leading positions in businesses. So they literally looked at us as a startup. Yeah, they have some experience in crypto, but not in the altcoin market. So you have to explain altcoin market, you have to explain functionality of a reward token. But then again, the questions are that go into detail are on company registration, on how to run a company, on what are the costs of the employees and stuff like this. So really, really different questions in regards to the usual AMAs. But then again, questions, if I get asked these questions, I can tell the opponent of the talk is very interested, very interested. And so we will Paul was talking chronologically. Hell no, still tired. But then again, keep in mind everything he explains. These are business people. They all have built their own business. So if they look at us and ask us questions and say we're great, we have a great idea, this really, really means something. Sorry for interrupting you. I just had this spark coming into my mind. I wanted to talk a bit.
Don't worry, man. I'm glad because I'm also very tired, basically, I can tell you. Yeah, but as you might hear already, yeah, it was quite difficult from the language side. You're switching between German and English and everything all the time. It, it did exhaust us a lot. But as AJ said, yeah, we had very, very interesting talks. Yeah, you do not have to worry about anything because there haven't been no instant buys. Yeah, during the event. No, this is not how traditional investors invest. Basically, yeah, they attend the event, they ask questions, they have a lot of personal talk with us. Yeah. And then they think of a possible investment. Yeah, they watch us. This is the reason why we went to Zook. Yeah, get the exposure to this yeah, kind of special circle of people. Yeah, this was the intention, and we did great. I can tell you because a lot of people already said, hey, when you guys come back, we need to have one-on-ones. Yeah, like one-on-one meetings. So I can ask some more questions. Yeah. So basically, our product is very, very good. Yeah, it's well thought. This is unique. Yeah, this is the thing the people look for. We have a team running the business, which knows basically everything about the business itself, which is also very, very important. Yeah. And overall, we did come along very, very nice with the people there. Yeah, very nice there. From the so as I said before, we had this two meeting days. Yeah, we had a meeting with our let's say consulting agency or the consulting part for this company registration. Basically starting the whole process now because we need to get the things rolling. Yeah, we are planning on registering the company in Zug, so in Switzerland itself. This has various reasons. This has tax reasons. This has regulation reasons. So basically, very, very a nice meeting also from this consulting side, yeah, because they basically said, yeah, we can make this happen. Of course, they need to talk to the FINMA. So the FINMA is the regulation of Switzerland. Yeah, they need to give the go. Yeah, that we can go for the registration, and this is basically what we need to do in the background. Yeah.
No. They don't have to give the go that we can go for. We basically got told that we can actually definitely go for it. The question is just how we should do it.
Yeah, exactly. We need a go of the FINMA for the product description we give them. What? I'm listening AMA and watching picture of you guys and just can't put his faces together with a...
You sound thinner than you look like, I guess.
No, we will, or better, I will switch the things up anyways. Yeah, so basically we'll set up a webcam and everything. So you will have this classic so-called streamer setup, yeah, with a face cam and everything. So you can match face and voice better. Should be easier for you guys. Also, for the people who are not aware of this already, basically I will quit or did quit my job already, so I can go full time. So in the future, you will see many, many AMAs. Yeah, not only in the evenings, covering more time zones. Basically, being able to grind very, very hard because, as you all are aware, we did build everything not from the side, but in between day job and family and everything. Yeah, which is when you start to work like 8 to 10 hours on your day job, and then of course on top 8 to 10 hours for the crypto business, it gets quite exhausting at some point.
Quite tiring, yes.
Wow, that's big news. Yeah, we need to, yeah, at least one. So as we said before, we are not, I'm not like doxing or something like this. I'll just be there as the person I am. Yeah. So everyone has a face, everyone knows my name and everything. Yeah, in the future. And then of course being able to not only dedicate 8 to 10 hours per day, but 16 to 20 hours per day, which will change a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of different things in the future.
Meaning serious business. I mean, yeah. Who does his crypto project full time?
Okay, congrats, Paul. You are not a jobs slave anymore. Now I'm a community slave, right? Just working for all of you guys. Nah, don't. Just a joke, but yeah, definitely. It will change a lot of things in the future.
And I will follow up someday and simply should be with us in the AMA. He hasn't talked anything.
Nah, he's muted.
I'm still here. You ring to both, and if there's something to add, I will talk.
Yeah, he will join in the future too. So as a team of 3, we will make magic happen. I believe.
Definitely. Have been doing so
we
far
most
already.
likely will get more sleep.
Yeah, it's very exhausting. Yeah, but looking forward to the AMAs and everything.
If you guys didn't know, these two guys can snort like a big sawmill. It's amazing.
Yeah, big people tend to snore loudly, right?
You wake me up like 3 to 4 times in the night.
Yeah, it was a funny experience, I can tell you guys.
Well, Buka had a good night's sleep, I can tell you this.
Yes, I was sleeping quite well.
Short but well.
Short but well. Now you can do what you love. Yes? Yes. Now I can just put my head down and go to work. Yeah, but it's quite big news, yeah, because this is what some people found concerning. Yeah, there was no real face for the company yet until now. some people said, you can't do this on the side, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we have been working more on this project on a daily basis than some people do at their day jobs. But then again, of course, if you dedicate full time, quite a lot of things will change. Other news on top. Basically, these are some quite interesting news already, I guess. Aftermath of the live event we had so far in Zug. So as we said before, this was the first event we had down there. We will go there or drive down frequently for the one-on-one meetings, also for the company registration and everything. Connor, just join in, Buka full time. Yes. Yes. You will also see my my face in the future with this in this YouTube live AMAs and everything. You will see more AMAs in the future. So yeah, full time, full docs kind of. Yeah, I've never been hiding, but then of course with the company running, we will have the first phase joining in. Very nice. Yes,
beautiful
very
face.
nice.
Most beautiful face in crypto.
Well, my wife thinks your voice is calming like ASMR. But you don't. Nah, I won't start ASMR. Porcher said he will start doing AMAs in a backwards hat and basketball to relate to the young kids.
Don't worry, he's running around in this regardless if it's for the young kids or isn't.
Yes, I tend to enjoy my free time, right? And I love this kind of clothes, but then again, I love to wear suits also because of my job. I'm a very adaptable person.
Yeah, a shapeshifter, like myself.
Yes. But I'll take this as a compliment of your wife, Scott. But this is something I hear pretty often, yeah, that I have a calming voice somehow. But I can tell you also I have so this is just the feedback some people give me over the time at my job and everything, but I have a very calming personality. Yeah, that's why I am not bad in my job or at my previous job in sales. my wife was asking, is this the guy who laughs all the time? Yeah, kind of, right? Why is everyone saying I'm laughing all the time? But yeah, that must be must tie into podcast. You have the voice, my man. Again, this podcast thing. So basically, all of you want me to start a podcast. Is this what I get out of it? Like something like a BD Capital podcast, or I forgot again. What is a podcast? Basically, we can structure it as a interview channel or something like this, right?
We can do interviews, we can just talk about the news, we can just talk about what we ate in the morning. It's just having an an AMA without the presentation and without talking on tokenomics.
Alright, so basically I can just talk about whatever.
Yes.
That's the end game for all this, a podcast. Okay.
It's just the beginning. After the podcast, there's a TV show, and after that, we will rule the world.
what voice like you have, you could be millionaire in radio or internet. Like, why is everyone saying this? Honestly, if I rewatch a YouTube video, my voice, for me, it sounds like just normal, kind of. Well, it's called podcast, Paul. No, this will definitely not be my name in the future. Podcast. Okay. I like this one.
Some guys have Chromecast, we have Paulcast.
Okay, so God, my brain. A podcast is pre-recorded and edited. How you? Okay, so kind of a like show you can
Podcast.
listen to. I honestly I can't
Have you
get
really?
the
You have
reason
never
behind
ever listened
podcasts.
to a podcast?
No, I still don't get the reason behind a podcast. Honestly,
Well, I'll send you some.
basically it's
Probably you'll understand then.
like a like a listening show you can just hop into.
Yes.
Okay.
Like a radio show on demand, yes. Without the music, though.
We can add
Or-
some
Yeah.
music.
You're
more
right,
like-
Nathan.
It's more
Passive
like
income is more important.
Yeah.
A podcast is like more a series of topics you have with your friends or alone, and you can re-listen to them all the time.
Forever alone.
All right. So basically, in our case, it would be a podcast related to crypto, passive
Sure.
income, finance, basically. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Your own voice sounds always strange to hear. True. But you have nice, low and calming. It's soft to hear. Makes listen. Okay, now I will sound gayish. Okay. Okay. But good for me to know, yeah, that the voice thingy kind of fits to AMAs and everything. Like a radio show. One big topic would be education.
You can use podcasts for financial education, for crypto-related education, just picking out a topic like reward tokens and talking about them for half an hour with myself, with some guests. Then again, picking out how to set up for retirement, something like this. And then again, if someone has the specific questions, yeah, like what's a reward token or what's a blockchain or something like this, you just can relink the podcast link and the people can listen to it whilst we don't have to explain it 5 times a day.
Okay, but this is something we could make like an educational series. But
and of course we can make exposure with that as well.
Yeah, exposure. Sometimes people on YouTube are mildly successful, but then again, they do a podcast, the podcast blows up, and then YouTube also blows up. So it's just about the exposure, isn't it?
ha, all the social media stuff still new to me.
All the things you don't like.
Basically. We're all making Paul very uncomfortable. No, don't worry. You can keep up the compliments. But yes, you can also switch to complimenting the other two guys. I think they will be very happy.
Not fishing for compliments there. I got enough in Zug. I have to give very. Oh boy. tonight is not one night. Big compliment to Simplify, because he as in dev is not used to this kind of people we talk to in Zug. He really isn't. How should he? It's our work for 10 years, but not his work. He's working with stakeholders and shit like this. And he did fucking good expression there. Because people with a lot of money like to be intimidating and can be quite intimidating, because they have a different way they talk and ask questions. But he did a wonderful job there, and made us really proud. So compliments on him.
Appreciate.
I would still love to connect you guys to my university to set up a Q&A about the intersection between computer science and finance. Yeah, I guess I think we are ready for everything.
Yeah.
So basically, if you want to, just go for it, Nathan. Yeah, you just need to know beforehand. Yeah, not like, hey, can you guys make a Q&A phone call tomorrow or something like this? Yeah, this would be quite hard to schedule for us.
Yeah. Most of all because of the time zone things. Still hate them.
Yeah, time zones are still hard to adapt to. What is your favorite takeaway from the event? So my favorite takeaway, yeah, I think it's like everyone has his own personal favorite takeaway, but my favorite takeaway basically is that our product, like our company in the future, BD Capital, traditional investors like the idea, they like the product, they like the way we run it. Yeah, not only crypto related people like our product, it's also people completely out of the crypto space itself. Yeah. So basically, this is very, very important. Yeah. And to see that your product can get adoption not only from real investors, but also from crypto investors. Yeah. And basically throughout different ages and all of this. Yeah, it's basically interesting for everyone. And this is a very, very important takeaway, at least for me personally.
Yeah, my takeaway would be that on the business side, the things I came up with are actually doable. Because you were sitting here in a space if you look at the conventional world, at the real world, we are sitting here trying to do things no one has ever done before, and so we have to use our own knowledge to come up with something, because there's no template for a company like this. We have to adapt all of the things. We have to make our own rules. The things we came up with are pretty tricky. They are at the moment gray area-ish, because again, no one has done this before the way we're doing it. So hearing from experienced people and hearing from an agency that's not crypto related but is sustained in the real world with real big money, or building real big money companies, saying, well, fair enough, this sounds good, we can do this in some way or the other. This is really helpful and a big takeaway, because we can continue like we do, and that's huge. What's your takeaway?
Yeah,
Simple.
for me, it was a very warm impression with all talking to the people, having a conversation with them, how they people react to our product or project. It was every time a nice feedback, how we get into the space, what we got from them was, I can't take it in words, but it was very kind how we get there, how we approached everything. And yeah, it was a good journey for me. And I never did that before, talking that much to the people. And for me, I felt good to have all these conversations, being a part of the whole situation and get the feedback. And they really liked us, and that's my biggest takeaway I can take from there.
I think this recaps basically like our favorite takeaways from the event itself. It starts in 30 minutes. So, no, Nathan, just take a look at whatever you can do or want to do, and let us know. Yeah, no problem from our side. Everybody give the video a like, please. Would be nice to, especially in the future. Yeah, there is also a reason for us to make this AMAs on YouTube and not on Telegram. Basically for the fact that this gives you a lot of potential exposure, especially if a lot of people are constantly watching the lives. Yeah, the chat is active, we get some likes there, gives us additional exposure. Proud of you guys. So cool to watch this journey unfold. Thank you. No, it's like us working with every single one of you guys. Yeah, basically it's not possible without community. This is something that people need to understand. A crypto business is like nothing without a community. So keep it up, people. Yeah, as you are all aware, the space or the market overall, it doesn't matter if you're taking a look at the stock market or the crypto market. Your markets are shitty right now, like very shitty at the moment. So things will turn around again in the future. Questions. Other projects are making companies as well. Can't say are they making it faster, but what exactly you guys mean? It takes longer because the way you do it. What's the difference behind it?
Well, if you have like a normal crypto project or even a DeFi project, yeah, most of these people come from India where regulations are small, or they come from Europe or something like this, and they just go to Malta or to the Cook Islands, doing like a fake company and calling it a day, filling up their bags on an illegal way, because crypto is, as you know, partly anonymous, and we do not want to do this. We do not want to go to the Cook Islands, because well, if you're building like a serious company, telling we're from Cook Islands is always a red flag for potential real life investors. And then again, we're from Germany, we're from Central Europe. Here regulations are big time, same as in UK, same as in United States of America. And we want to be able, like to employ Stavros someday, to employ media designers someday. We want to employ ourselves to do it full time, but do it in a legal way, paying taxes, yeah, paying invoices and stuff like this, like a normal company would do. And then again, we are having the community fund. We are giving back the earnings we are making as a company to the investors. And in usual terms, in real world terms, this would be the same as if you guys would buy into a company and holding shares of a company. And with that, we would have to identify all of you. You would have to apply different laws. You have different laws if you're from Germany and investing, or from the United States and you're investing. We would have to send out other prospects to the US than we would have to the Germans, and then again to the Swiss people. We do not want to do all of this because we're in crypto. We don't want you to KYC to us only to invest. So we have to figure out, on one hand, a way to do it legal in Europe. Then we have to find a way to do it legal in terms of employees, in terms of wages, in terms of taxes. And then we have to find a way to do it in a legal way so that neither us nor you could get pissed on by the feds. So we could do it like every other project and could just try it and pay out the fund. But this works for the next 12 months or for the next 3 years. But after, in my opinion, alt tokens, altcoins are building a big bubble because of all the scams that are happening. It's the same like it was with gold. It was the same like it was with real estate. It's the same like it was 2008 with the financial crisis in America. People get greedy. People do a lot of illegal stuff, and then the lawmakers have to intervene, and then they have to put laws in place that forbid some things. And if this happens, if the bubble crashes because there are too many scammers, there will be a lot of laws regarding crypto. And if this happens, 90% of the so-called businesses that are in crypto won't be able to sustain, regulate. Thanks, Stavros. Yeah. If the nations start to regulate the crypto projects, believe me, a lot of projects and even big projects wouldn't be able to sustain, or they would have to adapt to new laws. And so we are doing all these things in the beginning, setting us up for the future, for things we don't even know that could happen someday, but we're doing it now in beforehand to be sustainable, to be an investment you can invest and just keep it there. And that's a lot of work if it's done right. And no one is at the moment, no one can be bothered to do it right because it's exhausting and it costs a lot of money, and all the crypto projects don't want to spend a lot of money, and they just want the quick buck. We're not here for the quick buck, so we have to do all these things for actual regulations, for upcoming regulations in beforehand, so that in the end, and if you look at this from a marketing perspective, yeah, if the big ones go down because they're regulated to death, and we are one of the few projects that exist, people either exit crypto market completely or they come for us because we're still here. So this is the German part of ourselves, doing it right in the beginning, taking a lot more time, spending a lot more money, but on the other hand, we will be able to be here in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years. And that's the way we want to do it, and that's why it's taking so much time. We want to, because in the end, if we just set up Bankers Whale Fund and distribute the money to you guys, yeah. If you look at it correctly, no one looks at it correctly at the moment because crypto is just small in regards to the big companies and stuff like this. Yeah, the tax registrations don't know how many money could be there, or how much money they lose at the moment through crypto. If we just pay out to you, we would be personally like we have to tax it with our own tax rate. You have to tax it double, and then again, it's seen as laundered money and shit like this. We don't want to. We want to be the safe investment, not only in regards of crypto safety, rug pull and stuff like this, but for you guys that you will never have problems with this investment, even from law side. As I can tell, because no lawyer could say, yeah, it's easy, we do this and this. So no one has done it before, not in the Cook Islands, because I had phone calls with the Cook Island lawyers, and asking them, what should we do, what could we do? And they say, it's not possible, it's not possible. Well, he wasn't that good in English though, but it's not possible. In Germany, it most definitely isn't possible. We could go to Luxembourg too, but we want to go to Switzerland because there's no language barrier, because they're talking German, which is just which is great for us. We want to build the launchpad. We want to make it to collect fees from customers. Collecting fees always has taxes in it. And if a crypto project, I don't know if there's a crypto project called the Launchpad, for example, because I don't want to talk bad things about existing launchpads. But if the Launchpad is collecting taxes, fees from their customers and just putting in their own bags, this is money laundering. This is tax fraud. And I don't know if these guys of existing launchpads do know this, and if they know this, if they don't care. But someday someone will come and say, wait a minute, this is tax fraud. You guys are owing us millions of dollars. And I don't want to be in this position, because this would be inevitably the death of the project. And I want to build a project my children and your children can live from. So we could do all of this without this stuff, but it wouldn't be sustainable in the long term. And we want to be here for the long term.
Additionally,
I got carried away, didn't I?
no, it's fine. Additionally, I think I did read this today. So some projects on Coinbase, or was it Coinbase itself, getting slapped with a, what is Klage? HA in English.
Lawsuit.
Yeah, got slapped with a recent lawsuit because the people say they should be securities. Yeah, and if they are securities, then they have a very big regulation problem there. So these are the things we want to avoid in the future. Yeah. And these are the things which you should avoid, definitely. Yeah.
Yes, the next point. If we would just put up Banker's Way and pay out to you guys, it would be a security, and the security always means to KYC the people, and we would have to check if you are 18, where are you from. There's some restrictions in some countries. US citizens can't easily buy securities from German companies and vice versa and stuff like this. We just want to keep the spirit of crypto, that everybody can invest, but combine it with the comforts of conventional assets, and that's the key feature for my. We have a lot of key features of the token and the fund and the launchpad and stuff like this, but for me as CEO, this is the key feature. Yeah, building some kind of company no one has built ever before, and that's where the money lies. Because if we can't do this, yeah, we have the patent, I don't know, we basically have a money printing machine, because we have no opponents, because everyone doing this is illegal. We aren't, so we have like a monopoly. Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing, Tunnel. Yeah, that's why we are setting it up the way we do. of course, there are easier ways out there, which, as AJ said, would work 1 year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years, but in the end, the government will catch up. You can be sure of this part, especially if you're running a business.
Yeah, saying crypto is anonymous and tax agencies will never catch me. That's just naive. Because if there's money, federal or governments will get after it someday. It has been the same always with all new things that came up, with CFDs, with stocks. Yeah, history always repeats itself. So we're just learning from history there. And thanks for the compliment. Yeah, I don't sound like a crypto project CEO, but that's the USP of us. We're bankers. We're working with this shit like for 10 years now. Working with companies and startups and private investors and stuff like this. So basically, we could be the only CEO, CFO, the only project that knows these things. Because if you don't know this stuff, I told you, you can't follow it. Because who thinks about the prospect laws regarding USA when you're from Germany if you don't have any experience with it? But then again, lawmakers say, in Germany you say Unwissenheit schützt vor Strafe nicht. Not knowing something doesn't secure you from
or protect you from
punishment. Yes. Again, because Germany really is a pretty law-abiding country, so it's in our DNA to be law-abiding, and it makes things harder. But in the end, it's more sustainable. I want to be sustainable.
Not only sustainable, I have not a single interest to have a journey into jail or prison. Not interested in this part. So do things correctly and you're good to go. And Scott, if you know the people, just tell them this is plain stupid. It's not good. Report it to the tax. Just pay your freaking taxes. It's just do it. They will catch you anyways.
Again, there's a saying in Germany: the more tax I pay, the more money I made. So paying taxes in itself is not a bad thing. Paying as less taxes as possible, that's the perfect thing. But paying taxes helps poor people, helps the economy, helps the countries, and in the end just makes you safe from lawsuits and stuff like this. So I don't know why people hate taxes. I hate to give away a lot of my money of my salary for sure. But then again, without the salary, we wouldn't have, without the taxes, we wouldn't have like free healthcare or free pensions. So all of the things have good and bad sides, but not paying taxes at all would be the wrong way to go because it's unfair and it's illegal.
Just not good. Don't do it. Pay your tax.
So that's why we take that much hassle there. And in the end, because it's a lot of laws, are a lot of boring stuff. I love to read into laws, but I know a lot of people don't. So we're not telling you a lot of these things because it's tiring. But if you ask, we will also answer all the way. And a lot of people, a lot of the usual meme token investors don't want to hear this because they don't possibly don't understand it. So we're not advertising it that big, but you guys know we're just preparing for eternity, basically.
Even this topic alone is a full-scale podcast. Yeah, I sure think so. Yeah.
And Scott, I'm sorry. I know you'd pay a lot of taxes, but have no free healthcare got carried away with the German way of thinking.
Yeah, but that's also why, like, none of us is complaining in Germany, at least from our team. Yeah, there are people complaining a lot in Germany, but we are aware that the healthcare and everything in Germany, like the whole social system, is just perfectly fine. Yeah, of course, you could make things better also in Germany, but in the end, yeah, you do not have to worry about essential things in life, which is amazing.
Yeah, but here we are with the next point. If we build this company as sustainable as possible, this means we can make as much money as possible. Then again, because we can give a lot of the earnings back to the investors, paying you guys as much money as possible, and probably German taxes don't help you on first sight, but building yourself a passive income with basic index funds, with some stocks, with BD capital helps you in your personal freedom and we change your personal world. And then again, hopefully you're free enough to change your own world. So this is big scale. That's why we want to have such a good footing on legal side.
But you have guns in US and South Africa.
Yeah, not report to taxes, because in Germany you have, how is it called, Bestechungsgeld. Give me a second to Google that. Yeah, bribes. In Germany, you have to report bribes to the tax agency. Otherwise, you could not only be moment. Accused of taking bribes, but also accused of tax fraud. So even laundered money has to be declared in taxes. Al Capone got in prison not because he was selling drugs, but because of tax fraud. So people are just too innocent. But it's not a problem of the people, it's a problem of the school system. Why is no one teaching that? It would be again a great topic for a podcast.
Guilty of corruption. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I think there's corruption in basically every country, but showing up in different ways. Tax evasion.
Tax evasion, yeah. Not tax fraud, tax evasion.
Okay.
Did Bubble Bybot in Telegram chat just chill his own Discord?
No, I think you can add him on your Discord channel now.
Okay.
What? Paul and AJ's podcast called The Real Tree. Yeah, but you need to diversify take a look at the things, at different things. Yeah, because we are talking about crypto businesses. Yeah, we are not talking about, for example, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is nothing which needs a legal footing. The governments or something, they need to figure it out themselves for the Bitcoin part. But if you're building a company in the crypto space, which the people basically invest into, the company itself, then you should really be on the safe side and not just just imagine us going to Switzerland, and talking to traditional investors, and then we are saying them, all right, we will have a company on Cook Island. Not interested anymore. This is no. They don't want such things if they are aware that these things are not sustainable.
And then again, if I read in chat that you guys say, yes, it's true, Americans don't even think they should be added to, claimed at taxes or something like this. This all again just proves that altcoin market and crypto market is building a bubble that inevitably will burst, but this will not be the end of crypto, but it will be the beginning of big regulations. And if we do all the work now, we don't have to do it later and getting a real big pump out of it.
So Paul and AG, what are your favorite things coming up that's planned? Honestly, the platforms. So basically private sale and crowd sale platform, because with this we can start to actually work on the company foundation. Yeah. And we can start to bring safety into crypto, which is, we cannot guarantee anything, of course, do not forget this, but we can actually start off the real work there.
For me, it's the company, because I'm the company dude. Really, really looking forward to it. Because it makes things for us so much easier. And really looking for the market to redeem itself. Looking for peace in Ukraine and stuff like this.
But for the platform side, yeah, you won't have to wait like 2 months for the platforms to actually launch. It will be pretty fast. We have some additional things which we are working on in the background. But
yeah,
we
that's
are,
one thing
but we are not
really
announcing anything for now. Yeah, this is kind of a surprise for all of you then.
Yeah, this will be nuts. It will hit like a bombshell. I'm sure.
I saw, I think, over the course of today in our Telegram chat, a question regarding, I think it was the NFT marketplace, that it is a pretty expensive to launch an NFT marketplace and all of that. Yes, true, but it's also very expensive to launch a launchpad. Yeah, do not forget this. We are starting off with the foundation of the launchpad. Then we need to get a hang on the admin work for it. Yeah, it's not. So basically, we need to find our first customers. Yeah. Then we need to get a hang on all of the admin work, because we are not just listing any project on this platforms just because they pay us. This is not the way we work, or we will work in the future. Basically splitting things up. Yeah. Also for the NFT marketplace. Yes, they are expensive, of course. Yeah, this is everything, every step you're taking in development or company registration, it is very expensive. Seriously expensive. But then again, there is a reason behind this, the way we map it out and plan it out. Yeah, we want to start with this private and crowd sale platform first. So in this way, we can get a hang on all of the admin work. We can work on the whole vetting process, yeah, and give everyone a good experience with the future full launchpad.
And again, we have done nothing in the past that's not cost efficient. You know, even in regards to call channels in crypto or something like this. Yeah, we're always looking for the cost efficiency, and if we say we pay a lot of money for these things, you will see big results out of it. Because if it costs a lot of money, it has to be rather cost efficient.
Yeah, and additionally, please do not forget we have blockchain devs in our team, which we did recruit So this is, of course, cutting down a lot of additional costs for development, especially if you're developing bigger projects. But then again, for our foundation, we need Launchpad, NFT marketplace, and other things in the future. We need them for the foundation of the company anyways.
And then again, remember, we are not even half a year old as a project. So basically, being able to talk about all these things after just 4 months is ridiculously insane in a good way, isn't it?
Exactly. Can you give the community an idea of the cost for the NFT marketplace? Not for the NFT marketplace, because we didn't talk about the quote in detail yet. And also, in addition of the things we want to add ourselves on the NFT marketplace, but I can give you the costs for private sale and crowd sale platform, plus the charity platform in which charities can list. It is 48,000 on point. Yeah, so basically 48,000 for the whole development of the first utility step. Yeah, which doesn't sound like a lot if you're thinking of development, but then again, do not forget we have launched on December. Yeah, and we did pay a lot of money already for all the things we are doing. So this is quite a big amount of money.
And in addition, company registration, you have to split in some part. We have the official FINMA-Anfrage, which is the official ask of the federal government to basically whitelist our company. Yeah. And which costs like 6k Swiss francs only to do the requests, and then working out all the contracts and the details for company registration is 8k. Working out and setting up the contract for the fiscal, as I said, the tax registration is 5k, and founding the company itself is between 25 and 50k. So it's not just a penny we're paying here. But then again, we are sure that this is money well spent.
It's money we need to spend. Otherwise, we not able to exist in the future. Talking about money, did you get some investors who could help out money-wise if needed? Yes. So from the money side, we are safe for a 2 years time frame. So basically, that's why I also decided to go full time. Yeah, I decided it before already, but then again, investor came up with this decision. He is paying basically the salary for me for the next 2 years.
And potential for even more of them. Because we did a good job in Zug. Even if you can tell in the chart right now, these are the things that are so important for us right now. And again, one thing we could figure in Zug, which means not only chart-wise we are set up for the future, but also with investors and stuff like this. And simply fell asleep a lot of times on the journey.
Yeah. Only Simplify did fall asleep on the ride. Yeah, this was asked for. On the ride, you fell asleep.
I was driving. Pooka was keeping me awake. I was keeping him awake. And Simplify in the back seat was snoring. We told him if he falls asleep, we will dox him first in chat, so he tried to stay awake, but then got really, you know, in German there's a saying, nachmüde kommt blöd. So after you get tired enough, you get just stupid. So he just went really funny, and then we said, okay, have some rest, poor guy.
And yes, Tanhel, basically, just the way this kind of investment works, share in the company itself. But he's invested also in banks, so don't worry about this part. See above, yes, I saw it.
So you see, guys, everything is a cost center that has been budgeted for. Yeah. Who fell asleep? No, I don't see above stuff was. What do you mean?
I think it was the question which I answered just now, sharing company.
Well, the thing with Simplify is he's a dev, so he's awake even longer in the nights than we are. And couldn't cope with our sleep schedule. So in the night before the first event, he had like 2 hours of sleep. So he needed that sleep.
Yes. And I'm not the early awake person. That's the main reason why I couldn't
You're
keep
not
up.
an awake person at all. Same as me.
And then he gets on the laptop. Yeah, exactly. Oh. It was a fun ride, I can tell you guys. Yeah, it was a very successful ride, but also a fun ride. Very interesting there. So I can basically, just for you all to know, I can stay around 15 minutes longer. Basically, we need to cut off the AMA there, because I need to stop it actually. Because I have another dev call there for the future. But just imagine in a car where Paul is talking with his calm voice, everyone would sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah, 3.5 hours, Scott.
Maybe I should just record some, like, reading out boring stuff for everyone so he can fall asleep.
Feel the sleep.
You said already 3.5 hours.
You could imagine that in a car ride with me, the main talking part is not taken by Buka. Because if I start big time.
Just the estimated time frame for the release of the launchpad, like the platforms. I won't give out any like exact dates for anything right now, but for the platforms you can. The next started already. 30 days is a good time frame for the platform part. As we said before, the launch of the launchpad is getting split into different parts.
Someone in the chat Telegram group asked if there is a way to make it possible to have copy the wallet address and see how you get from the distribution and everything without connecting the wallet.
Yeah, I can talk about this also in 10 minutes then. Don't worry about. We'll ask the team there. I get some sleep and get in the normal groove. Like, the thing is, we have been running very short on sleep. But at the time we've been in Zug itself and in Switzerland itself, no one of us was really tired at any time because of all of the different things happening. But then when we were back at home, I can tell you it was like a very big tough guy hitting me in the face and telling you will go to sleep now.
I was in dance practice today in the morning, and Paul just stood in front of me and asked, "How can you do this? How are you not dead right now?" And I said, "Well, I haven't had slept in a while."
Yeah, they're just things they had to be done.
Well, just a question from James in Telegram. What niche we are looking for with the Launchpad? Well, we're not looking for any niche. We are, yeah, well, we're doing the niche part with saying, well, it's a Launchpad from Germany. You know what I mean? So we are actually KYCing the projects launching there and things like this. We have no we have ourselves as rug pull protection, and for the projects themselves to list with us, we have the marketing potential of, for example, the fund. So we're just basically giving out the full package of things that could be done with a company that actually takes things serious. And regarding the feedback we get from various sources, this could be niche enough for us to come out pretty successful.
Yeah, basically. But a few coming out at the minute with a focus on anti-rug. Yeah, we will see how they will work out. Doesn't matter to us how many launch or how many launch pads in the future. As we have a lot of different things also added into the launch pad, yeah, with the private sale, crowd sale option. Will not only be the usual launch pad, especially once it's finished.
Yeah. Basically, our way to do things is just do it one notch better than everyone else does it. So it helps. I mean, it helped Apple, it helped Samsung, because there are so many smartphone companies in the.
OBS just said it did lose connection, but now it's back again. Just double checking. Give me a second. No, should be fine. We should be fine.
Yeah, I guess the stream was as well not continuous, so we might lost some people.
Okay, no, but should be okay. Because I can't see any more questions. Then I have like 5 more minutes to go catch a drink and then get into the next meeting. Basically tomorrow again, AMA as usual, but this time we'll schedule it a lot earlier. And thank you all for attending. It was nice to have an AMA again. Yeah, connection lost back on now. Yeah, sorry for that. Somehow my OBS that lose the connection to YouTube. All right. Some finishing words of you guys. Just say bye bye.
Bye bye.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Yeah. You talk to me. No, I don't have to. If I start again, I can stop. So just bye bye.
All right. All right. And thank you all
See you
for
in the next one.
attending.
Yes.
Bye bye, people.
Bye bye.